Welcome back to my channel. I'm Danae. If it's your first time here, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a makeup tutorial. I'm just going to walk you guys through how I do my makeup. I actually kind of ventured outside of my comfort zone today with a little bit of color. You see we have a pink eye look. So if you're interested in how I created this look, be sure to continue watching. But first, like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get right into the video. The first thing that I'm gonna do is put on my Rose Style Studio wig. I crimped this wig so that I could get some really cute waves. And how I do this is I literally just take the adjustable straps and tighten them so that it can be nice and secure, and slide it onto my head and make sure that the part is perfectly centered. But it's that easy. You just slide it on and go. Next, I'm going to take my Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer and I'm just going to slather that all over my face. Ever since I moved to Texas, I've been trying to find ways to keep my makeup to stay in place, and I feel like this really does its job. For foundation, I'm going to go in with the Too Faced Born This Way matte foundation, and I'm just going to blend that in using an e.l.f. foundation brush. I decided to switch over to foundation brushes instead of beauty blenders because sometimes I feel like the beauty blender picks up the product rather than blend it in. So this is a great alternative if you have that same issue. Next, I'm going to go in with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer as an eyeshadow primer. Using this light color as a primer allows the colors to show up a little bit more vibrantly on my eyelids. And it makes sure that everything stays in place. Because that concealer is a little bit tacky, we want to make sure that we set that concealer with a little bit of setting powder so that our eyeshadow doesn't go on patchy. We want it to have a nice smooth surface. As y'all can see, I'm super excited about my new Morphe 35 XO palette. It's full of pinks and shimmery colors, which I love. I'm gonna take the color Lit Snuggle and use that as my transition shade. It's a nice warm brown, and I'm just gonna blend it from my brow bone into my crease. Next, I went in with the color Touchy Feely, just in the same areas as I did with the first shade. Alright, so now things are starting to get a little bit more interesting. So I took the color +1 and started to blend that into my crease. Y'all, I was so nervous. I really do not play in colors very often. I'm more of a neutral girl, so I was scared for how this was gonna come out. Y'all, I'm so weak. Clearly, I'm feeling myself right here. Like, it's a bad bitch loading. For my eyelid, I decided to go in with the color Kiss Me, which is a nice little shimmery color, and just pop that onto my lid. I realized that I wasn't getting a lot of color payoff and I was experiencing a lot of fallout with the brush, so I decided to use my fingers instead to plop that on my lid. Next, I'm just going to take this big fluffy brush and dust away any of the fallout eyeshadow before I put on my concealer. I'm taking the Fenty Pro Filt'r concealer to cover up these designer bags under my eyes, and I'm just going to blend that out with my beauty blender. This is honestly one of the most important parts about having your makeup look flawless, not only on camera but in person. So you want to make sure you really take your time to blend that out and make sure that there's no harsh lines. Like most people, I have some bags under my eyes, so to avoid any creasing, I go in and put a thin layer of setting powder underneath my eye, and then I use my beauty blender to go in and fully bake. Baking is a makeup technique that allows your concealer to set and last longer. The way that I do that is I take my beauty blender and I sweep that on all the areas that I concealed, which for me would be under my eyes, on the bridge of my nose, and on my forehead. Next, I just went in and contoured my cheekbones and also contoured my forehead. And for that, I used the Morphe Brontour palette, which is a bronzer and contour duo. Contouring is important because it adds the warmth back into your face and adds dimension. You really want to make sure that you complete this step every single time because you don't want to look like you're on your deathbed. You don't want to look ashy. You want to look warm. You want to look natural, and you want to look good and golden. Now we're done baking, so we're gonna go ahead and take that fluffy brush and sweep away the excess setting powder. It might look a little dusty right now, but everything's gonna all come together a little bit later, so stay tuned. Next, I'm gonna take this blush by MAC in the color Raizin, and I'm gonna pop it onto the apples of my cheeks and sweep it upward. This blush is amazing. It adds warmth into the face, it's very natural looking, and it's beautiful on all skin tones. Next, I'm going back into that Brontour palette, and I'm gonna bronze my face around my forehead and my jawline just to keep things nice and warm. Next, I decided to do a wing liner look, so I decided to go in with my Beauty Bakerie felt tip liner and just draw in a little wing. Y'all, I'm not even gonna cap, like when I'm doing my wing liner, my stomach is literally in my ass. I'm just like so nervous that I'm gonna mess up my whole makeup look. For my lashes, I decided to use these lashes that I found on Amazon. They're a little bit more dramatic than I usually go for, but I wanted something that was gonna really pop. So let me know what y'all think in the comments. Do you like them? Are they a little bit too much? What you think? Because these lashes are made to fit a number of different eye shapes, before I glue them down, I have to size them. So I just lay them over my lash and then I trim off the excess from the end of the lash. You want to make sure that you trim from the outer edge versus the inner edge. Glue down my lashes, I use the new Kiss lash glue adhesive. It's basically an eyeliner and lash glue in one, and my first impressions of it was that I didn't feel like my lashes were very secure, so I ended up going back in with my duo lash glue. But I'm gonna try this Kiss glue again and see what I think about it. I think it might have been user error. Alright, so I'm back with the final look. I put on both my lashes and kind of sprayed my face with some setting spray and put on a little outfit. I got this dress from PrettyLittleThing a long time ago, but I think it's on their site. But it's one of my favorite dresses. So I think it complemented the pink eyes a little bit. But if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.